As a member of the Dish Network team, our partners play a vital role in helping us add and keep our subscribers, which now number over 13 million. To serve that many subscribers, we have more than 20 million Dish Network receivers in homes, schools, and businesses throughout the country. Every year, though, some of these receivers are returned to service for testing and repair. The service team operates out of multiple cities. Their goal is to produce defect-free, remanufactured receivers and have the customer up and running again fast. Let's begin by looking at a day in the life of a remanufactured receiver. Once it's been determined that a receiver is malfunctioning and needs to be returned to service, it is exchanged and returned to a center like this one. Our newest service center in South Carolina is a multi-function facility with hundreds of highly trained personnel who help us meet our service goal. It all begins right here on the loading dock. Thousands of receivers come through these doors daily. Pallets are unloaded, then taken to the receiving area. Each box is examined immediately for signs of shipping damage. The contents in the box are then placed together for the next operator. The receiver's serial, CAID, and tracking numbers are scanned into the computer. The computer matches this information with an open RA. While the computer is searching for the open RA, the first of 4 physical inspections takes place. If external defects or modifications are found, notes are entered into the customer's record and the receiver is specially tagged and routed for a more detailed inspection. Any accessories included are also noted in the record as returns. When the operator has completed all computer entries, the customer's record is updated and the receiver is systematically routed to the next operation. Most receivers are routed directly into the repair process from the receiving area. The current software version is downloaded into the receiver. The receiver is now in pre-test. Each operator in the pre-test area is equipped with a workbench that includes automated test equipment called SMART. The pre-test operator performs the second of 4 physical inspections before conducting functional tests. The cover is removed to conduct an internal inspection of the printed circuit board, looking for signs of damage such as a lightning strike, power surge, corrosion, liquid spills, or unauthorized modifications. If the receiver should fail this inspection, the customer's record is updated and the receiver is specially tagged and routed appropriately. After passing the physical inspection, the receiver is ready for a full functional test using the SMART automated test equipment. SMART captures a frame of video to perform measurements and assess video and audio quality. The system also monitors voltage, phone line connectivity, and clears pay-per-view events from the SMART chip. SMART even has a built-in remote control to navigate through the menus in the proper testing sequence and to test remote control functionality. SMART produces reliable test results because it runs each test consistently and evaluates test results against Dish Network's receiver specifications. When the receiver is connected to the SMART, the operator verifies that the information presented on the system information screen matches the scanned record and the receiver itself. SMART verifies that the current software version is valid for testing, then records the software version in the receiver's record. The front panel buttons are tested for correct responses, and the operator observes the SMART test to validate the diagnosis. The functional test includes LNBF voltage, signal strength, channel changes, left-right audio-video, S-video, UHF reception, and DVR functions and HD reception if applicable. Every input and output is functionally tested. Signal strengths are tested. Audio and video quality are measured. And it is here that we would find failures such as frozen video, black screens, or pixeling. If it fails, the failure is recorded in the receiver's history, and its circuit board is sent for component-level repair. If SMART detects a hard drive failure, the receiver is sent to a separate operation for hard drive removal and specialized testing with equipment provided by hard drive manufacturers. Hard drives that fail here are returned to the vendor. After the test is complete, the SMART connections are removed. The operator enters data into the customer's record and routes the receiver to the next operation. If no functional failures were detected, the result is called a No Problem Found, or NPF. The operators in the cosmetic repair area perform the third inspection. Their work is very detailed and is done in separate stations. They are tasked with inspecting, cleaning, repairing and replacing parts, and reassembling the receiver. Then the receiver is brought up to operating temperature during a 4-hour burn-in process. For models with hard drives, a detailed diagnostics test is run during the burn-in period. The hard drive's reliability is tested by reading and writing to every sector of the drive. Final test looks a lot like pre-test, and it is, with one big difference. The receiver is now at operating temperature because it just completed burn-in. We know that some receiver failures don't show up until the receiver has been turned on for a few hours. That's why the receiver is tested again. Like pre-test, final test also uses SMART. If a failure is detected in final test, it is recorded in the receiver's record. If the receiver passes final test, it is recorded as an NPF and is routed to the last operation. NPFs cost EchoStar time and money. Every receiver that comes into service goes through physical and cosmetic inspections and functional testing. When a receiver is diagnosed as NPF, personnel, time, and equipment resources have already been wasted. Adding up the costs of extra phone calls, unnecessary trouble calls, shipping, and service work can exceed $100 per NPF receiver. Worse yet, the customer's problem has not been resolved and may result in more phone calls and even churn. Some models have an NPF rate as high as 40%. NPF rates can be substantially reduced through careful troubleshooting. Here, in finishing, operators perform their work at separate stations. The exterior of the receiver is cleaned before performing the fourth and last inspection. The operators check for loose parts such as screws and RCA jacks. They check for proper labels, front panel buttons, and on applicable models, the fan. The receiver is connected and turned on to ensure it can receive power and a satellite signal. The software download is verified and the CAID number on the receiver is matched to the one displayed on the system information screen. The last test performed is an electrical safety test to confirm that the receiver is properly grounded. Upon passing the finishing line inspection and test, the receiver is bagged and ready to be packed out for shipment. In pack-out, receivers are packaged with return and quick start setup instructions. Serial, smart card, and CAID numbers are captured for handoff to activation and commissioning systems. You've just seen the remanufacturing process from start to finish, which for an individual receiver occurs in about 8 hours. To attain the service goal of producing defect-free remanufactured receivers, the service process includes 4 detailed inspections, 2 smart tests, clearing smart chips, downloading current software, cosmetic repairs and upgrades, and a careful pack-out process. Service is working hard to reduce defects. Combined with your efforts to thoroughly troubleshoot receivers, we will reduce trouble calls, truck rolls, NPF rates, and customer churn.